So I am out in my garden here getting some more fruit tree holes dug, and so I want to show you kind of what I'm doing out here, how I'm getting my trees planted this year. So here is one of the holes that I'm digging for my 2 Asian pears that I have. And so it's a 3 by 3 foot by 3 foot hole. But just got finished with it here. The last wheelbarrow full of clay soil, hauling out of here over to the fence line and dumping it down there by the fence line to get it out of the way, and also stops weed growth and gets it quickly out of my way without having to haul it a great distance. So all the soil mounded up there is the topsoil that I took off the top layer, first 15 inches or so. So that's going to go back in the hole, plus some more from right to the left of that tree. There is a mound of topsoil, and so I'll be going and getting quite a few loads of that and bringing it back over here and dumping it in the hole, making layers. So let's see here, we got the bottom layer. Bottom foot is going to be compost mixed with topsoil. The second foot is going to be pure topsoil, and the top is going to be a good rich mixture of compost and topsoil with some other rock dust and other amendments in there that it may need fertilizer. So, tools of the trade is a good shovel. Post hole diggers, I found, just get the dirt gets stuck to them, and just a little bit at a time. Shovel seems to work well, and when it really gets rocky and tough, use the pick on it to break it up a bit. And of course a good pair of gloves. And garden cart for putting some rocks in that I find. This got a whole bunch of rocks the first time. This is just the last 5 or so rocks that was for the last bit after I had dumped it already. And a good wheelbarrow. And so there's the other hole I got started here. Got the first 15 inches or so, 12 inches, something in that, already dug out, piled up next to there. And so I've got to keep digging this one out as soon as I get the last wheelbarrow full of, well, I'll probably actually get the other tree planted first. So I'll actually probably get the first tree planted first, get the hole filled in, and get that tree in the ground, and then work on the second hole here, just so I can get going and not have both of them out of just in sawdust right now, wet sawdust in pots in the shade. But it's about 75 degrees today. It's very hot, sweating already. And I got my summer hat out, and so lots of work to be done around here. Lots of grass to be mowed. As soon as I get these trees in the ground, then my next job is to get some of the grass mowed around here, and then I got some more scion wood coming. Wine Crisp and Crimson Crisp are on their way, and Forena, something like that. Other disease-resistant varieties from PRI. That one was supposed to come in the last batch of scion wood I ordered, but didn't, so he's going to have to send me another batch there. So anyway, still waiting for that one. Got Candy Crisp and Pristine already, so those can be grafted in when my rootstock is not looking like it's very awake still, kind of still dormant, so I'm not pushing it too hard. Once the buds start to break on that one, I'll probably do the grafting so that it's already sending sap up to the scion wood. That'll heal the fastest when it's doing that, and not do it too early. So all my scion wood is all in the fridge in bags, ready to go, kept dormant till the right time to use them. So for the first layer of soil for my hole, I'm going to use the top layer, so all the grassy parts, so they can kind of a rough, that there's a lot of nutrition still left in there, organic matter. So I'll put down that near the bottom, and then progress to the nicer soil for the middle layer, and I'll get new topsoil for the top layer. So right between my first foot of soil and the second foot, I'm having a little rock layer of kind of a mineral deposit there. So I am putting in some random rocks that came out of the hole, fairly small ones. And then I'm putting in some rock phosphate as a phosphorus source and lime as a calcium source, since I have those readily available. 3/4 or more of a can of rock phosphate and same amount of lime, agricultural lime, and I've already put some in. That's why those aren't 3/4 full. So you can see down there I have a rock layer. So that is about 2 feet down. So just put a good sprinkling of rock phosphate, the lime, which is the white stuff you see down there, and there's also basalt rock dust in there too, and then the random rocks. So that's kind of my mineral layer for the tree to go down and grab. The next step is to dump some topsoil on there, about 1 foot deep of it, and then I'll start mixing in some of the minerals and topsoil and compost all together there. And don't forget to do a little dance on the soil about every 6 inches. You want to pack it down good, otherwise it'll settle and it will have a little cavity around your tree, about 3 foot by 3 foot. So make sure you pack it down well. Okay, enough of that. Okay, well, I got the hole all filled up, ready to go. I'll show you what I got done here. Okay, there's the hole. It's all filled in here with good topsoil on the top. And so that took several wheelbarrow fulls of extra topsoil to get that to be a little bit mounded on top, crusted, so that it can, when the organic matter starts to break down in the compost down the hole, we don't have too much of a cavity. And then be adding wood chips like the other trees. Give them a nice good circle of wood chips. So, and probably some more compost I'll add around, just around the tree here to feed it initially, and so the wood chips start breaking down. But there's quite a bit of compost in the soil. There's a full wheelbarrow full of compost that I put in this, so quite a bit. Anyway, that is what I have for you today. Hope that was helpful to you. Give you some ideas of how to plant a fruit tree. So I guess, let's go take a look at the fruit tree here. Might as well do that. Alright, so here's my little nursery over here inside our garden fence to keep the deer out. And so here are my 2 Asian pears, the big tall ones there. One is a giant something or other. Let's see what it says here. Korean giant. And this is a Shinko Asian pear. So anyway, got those 2 to go in. So I got another hole. The other hole I showed you is for the other one. So happy about that. Hopefully they will be fruitful, and hopefully they won't multiply the tree, but multiply the fruit on there. And I got my other baby trees coming along here, my grafts, Winston and Early Red Flesh. Got one more, what do you want to call that thing? Rhubarb to go in. So I got to get the hole for it dug. Doing a similar hole for them. Already got one in the ground, and there's all my, so that's a plum root stalk, the one that's leafing out there. Got to put some plum onto that one. Don't have, oh yeah, I got some cuttings from my Brooks. And a bunch of apple root stock there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be 6 of them there. And actually, well, there should be, yeah, there's 6 there, and then I got 2 more in the other one, because 2 of these are actually don't have roots, and so I'm trying to root them and see if that's going to work. I think these here are the ones I cut off and then put rooting hormone on them, and to see if there's any chance of getting them to root in the next month or so. Probably not, but hey, it's worth a shot. They were just going to be tossed anyway, the top parts, And so when you do the rootstock, you chop it off down low, and then you have all this other material here that's the same variety. Ooh, it looks like this one's starting to bud out a little bit. Come on, focus. It's not wanting to focus today. Hey, there we go. See, it's getting some little green coming out there, so that's a good one. Yeah, these are starting to wake up. That's what you want to see. Get these rootstocks to wake up and start budding out. That way they're sending up sap from the roots, nutrition for the newly grafted on graft, such as these. So that black is theirs, so that's the electrical tape, the grafting union there, using the Z graft. So these are the ones that I showed on my other video. So okay, there you go. Rinsed in there. All right, catch you guys on the next video. God bless. Bye-bye.